And we welcome you back into 302 Sports. Nick Alcindrini, Mike Lang, Jason Winchell, Leonard Evans, and Pops on hand for our final matchup here of the night. It's been a long day for you guys, I know. And now we've got our St. Francis Healthcare Cup second matchup of the second half of the day. And it features one of our own schools, one of our own in-state schools here that we know well, defending Delaware State champs, the Conrad School of the Science, led by John Kalasia and company. Yeah, John, it's supposed to be one of two teams from Delaware in this bracket. They ended up being the only one, and Conrad, I think, will represent us well. And here's the game winner right here. Callie Stokes with the shot. Good shot by Callie, and she's still got that ear-to-ear grin on her face. Back to Conrad. They got a lot of girls who can shoot, a lot of Division I talent on that team. So I don't think they're going to be intimidated going up against a team like Narbonne. There are some players on this team that can really play, though. Kia Smith, number 2, and Delilah Kimball Gray. They got some girls that can really play on this team, so we'll see what happens. But Conrad, we've seen them before. They're not intimidated by anybody. You know, here's the starters coming up now. And talking about Conrad, Mike, they're coming in at here's a Hobson. Yep, there she is. Loud cheer for Janiah Perkins-Jackson. Starting, how about that? And Conrad, they're coming into this contest 4-1. Narbonne, they're coming in overall 3-3 from the state of California. Harbor City, California to be exact. They're in the green and the Vegas gold, and they are the Gauchos. And they made the trip from the West Coast here for the Diamond State Classic and the St. Francis Healthcare Cup. For Conrad, they come in 4-1. They're in the white and red. There's some height for you right there. That was number 30, Mia Dufresne. And she's listed at 6'4", same as Nye Whittlesey. So Conrad's not used to having that matchup inside with Nye that they're going to get tonight with Mia Dufresne. But it's going to be a good matchup for Conrad. They did play at She Got Game, so they have some big tournament experience. And again, we're just getting through introductions here. Girls. Oh, you know what? There's something about the undershirts. They can't wear certain color undershirts, and you see the girls disappearing into the stairwell. Oh, interesting. Yep, you never know what comes to that stuff. So some uniform malfunction stuff going on here early in this one. But again, going through introductions here with the players, and just a few moments away from getting this tip underway between Conrad, Mike. They're our #1 team in the state of Delaware. They're ranked #1 here. And it's going to be interesting to see them go up against an out-of-state team, and not just any out-of-state team, a team from all the way on the West Coast, a team making the trip from California. Yeah, this should be a good one. Narbonne's been here before. We've seen them before, and I like that. I like that color combination. Yeah, I'm sure you like it. Like St. Mark's green and gold, a little dark green. I think they call it the Vegas gold. I think it's what the Vegas gold jersey or what the program calls it. And now here are the starters for Conrad, led by the Bucknell commit, Julie Kalasia. And then we'll dive deeper into this Narbonne girls team, looking at some of these stats that we have. They are led. Well, it's a team effort. For Conrad, yeah, they get points from everywhere. And you know the Kalasia girls, but then we look at Narbonne. Perkins-Jackson, she's coming in, Mike. She leads the way in points per game for them, 10.5. That's good to see a hometown girl like that. And Nick, we saw Jason and I were at the Christina Hilton last night for the coaches social, and we saw Narbonne there. And Janiah seemed so excited to be back home and to see some familiar faces. She said hi to Jason and I on her way by, and she's like, "Oh, you guys have seen my game before?" And I'm like, "Yeah, Janiah, Janiah, we've seen you at Hodgson, and I saw her several times playing for Hodgson with Kayla Braxton Young out there at Hodgson. Yep. They had the 1-2 punch. Transferred out to California, trying to get a little more exposure heading into college. She was so excited, and great kid. We were happy to talk to her last night and wish her well tonight. Wish Narbonne well. Of course, we also wish our hometown team, Conrad, well, but we're not here to pick sides. Absolutely. We're just here to call the game, and it should be a good one at that. And we are just now a few moments away from tip-off here between Narbonne and Conrad School of the Science. Again, Narbonne making the trip from Harbor City, California, and Conrad, they're right from here in Delaware. And again, Conrad 4-1. Conrad about what, 3 miles, 2 miles, 3 miles from here? They're not far. Right down Maryland Avenue. Just saw Coach John Noonan head up the stands, and they're in action. They play Saturday, I believe.
Conrad's only loss this season coming out of state in the Athletic Republic tournament. Or she got game tournament, excuse me, against Thomas Edison in Virginia. So that's their only loss in the season. They've got some other victories in state, so they're 4-1. And again, 3-3 is Narbonne. And here we go. Tip just a few moments away, or seconds away, and here we go. Tip will go with the Gauchos, controlled by Kimball Gray.
A lot of speed in there already. We can see it. And that ball off Julie College out of bounds. Yeah, a lot of talent out there. And I know we've seen it before in Delaware. Sometimes we tend to play down our own teams, but Conrad is legit, and they can play with anybody.
And here's the drive and kick. Now they get it in the post, and that could be two. No good, in and out. We've seen that on some of these rims tonight.
Yeah. I think they might be getting the president of the school here to be changing those rims a little more. Oh, look at Steph line it up.
And there's Kalasia, the three, no good, but they gave her that. They shouldn't give her that much room, though.
They'll learn.
They'll learn quickly.
How about Alyssa Fayetteville getting that ball?
And there you go, little give-and-go action there. And Stephanie Kalasia on the board.
Coach, of course, by her dad, John Kalasia, Sanford, class of '86.
So now the Gauchos, they'll try to get something going here offensively. 7-13 early. A nice little drive, baseline, and
guess who?
Floater gets to go. There she is, Mike.
Janiah Perkins-Jackson, welcome home.
She's like, I played against these guys before.
Yeah, maybe a little advantage for Narbonne. Just get a little scouting report. And she says, hey, look for the girls with the double-digit numbers there.
Jordan Rook on the cut, can't get it to go. Good look there, though. Unable to finish it. As Jay would say, unfinished business at the rim.
Yeah.
And now here we go, the Gauchos on the other end. 2-2 here early. The St. Francis Healthcare Cup live from the St. E Center. That pass is stolen. Steffi Kalasia, and here she goes. Pass over to Jordan Rook. She takes it off. Got away with a travel. She'll kick it back out. And now it's Jolie Kalasia for three off the side of the rim.
They're not shy. They'll keep taking them. Look, Dufresne ahead of everybody.
The layup, though, unable to go for Dufresne.
She got the rebound, however.
And we have a foul on the floor.
Jordan Rook, I think, got her.
So 2-2 here, 6-14. Conrad and Narbonne High School.
Conrad's last game on this floor, I think, was the buzzer beater when St. E's beat them, so they got some business they want to take care of here. Game we had on 302 Sports.
And that free throw, no good for the 6'3 junior.
We saw in that game, of course, Nick, Steph Kalasia hit a three-pointer from where that referee is standing. And then another one from about the middle circle here, right next to the Viking. Her range is basically in the building.
And we've known that. We've all seen it firsthand. The second free throw on the way for Dufresne. And it's good. 1 of 2 from the line for her. 3-2 lead now for Narbonne. With 6:12 to go here in the first quarter.
A little soft pressure, but Conrad's just too experienced, too good for that.
And now Stephanie Kalasia will hand off to Alyssa Fayetteville.
Foul number 1.
Jada Turner now in the game for the Gauchos. So Rook to inbound. She'll get it over to Stephanie Kalasia. They get it down low. Here's Nye. And now the bounce pass over to Jordan Rook. Conrad trying to get something going here. They'll call a play up top.
See a double screen up top there. They're trying to free Stephanie Kalasia, but they can't.
Here's Fayetteville on the drive. No good with the left hand. Kalasia battling for the rebound. No good. Now the Gauchos out in transition. Off the glass and good. Nice move inside.
We know who that was.
Guess who? Janiah Perkins-Jackson. 2 more for her.
She's got the whole family here.
She said, how many tickets? How many tickets do I need to get? And now here's Fayetteville off the handoff. She'll kick it to the corner. Jordan Rook. She'll put the ball on the floor.
Oh.
Little tripping action here in the paint. So
it'll
go against
Turner, rather.
Jada Turner.
Jada Turner. So she's got 2 early ones.
So the Red Wolves to inbound under the basket. Down 5-2 here. Here's Willisley down low. Couldn't get it to go. Rebound up for grabs. Kalasia gets it to go off the backboard. Julie Kalasia on the offensive glass gets the putback. 5-4.
So Nye using the height, but Julie Kaleja is the one who finishes up.
Kimball Gray now, they're working the ball around for the Gauchos. Ball on the floor, loose ball.
He rolled on the end line.
And
foul.
it did. Yep, foul looks like will go against number 2, Kia Smith. And stoppage of play here. Timeout on the floor. 5-4 lead early for the Narbonne Gauchos over the Conrad Red Wolves. We'll stick right here. We tick under 5 minutes in the first quarter. 5-4. Mike, what have you seen so far?
Well, I've seen Janai Perkins-Jackson a little faster maybe than I remember playing for the Silver Eagles. Obviously a big fan club here to see her, and that's great to see. For Conrad, you know, they're going to load it up from outside. Just getting warmed up, though. It's still early for them. 4:59 to go first quarter. Both sisters on the board here for Conrad. That's a good sign. Nye missed that shot inside, but she's going to make more of those than she'll miss, so not worried about Janila Whittlesey.
Yep, and we'll see her again. I'm sure already has a couple rebounds in this one. Again, 5-4, 1-point game. Our second leg of the St. Francis Healthcare Cup here at the Diamond State Classic, live from the St. E Center in Wilmington, Delaware. Thanks for tuning in here on 302 Sports. As Conrad to inbound. 5-4, they'll get it over to Julie Kaleja, and they'll get it started.
Julie's heading to Bucknell, but she's only a junior, so she'll be back again next year.
Rook feeds down low. Here's Steph Kaleja. Nice way to get that one to go. Good move down on the block.
So much basketball talent in that family. Unbelievable.
And now here we go. The Gauchos down the other end trying to answer. 6-5 lead now for the Red Wolves. This three is from the corner, short off the front of the rim. Dufresne gets the rebound. She'll kick it out. Here's another three. This one's off the glass. I don't know if she called it, but Deslini Hurd drops the triple.
They've seen a few bank shot threes today.
So they regain the lead, 8-6 here. 4:12 to play in the first. Here's Kaleja over to Whittlesey. Draws a foul and gets it to go, Mike. What touch off the glass.
We just talked about it earlier about Janila Whittlesey. She's just grown so much as a player this year, and she missed that first shot earlier, but how about that kiss off the glass? Looking at the M1, fell on, well, if that's on Turner, that would be 3. I don't think it's on number 30, Dufresne, her first.
And
Whittlesey
knocks down the free throw,
yeah. They got to like what they see. John's got to be happy seeing that. Lead for the Red Wolves.
9-8, they take the lead up by 1. So now they'll see what the Gauchos could do here. And another drive baseline off the glass. This one too strong for Kaya Smith. And now here come the Red Wolves. What a bounce pass, but it's going to be stolen. Couldn't quite get it there. Now the Gauchos have it back.
Yeah, just not enough momentum on that pass. Good idea, though.
Kimball Gray will pass it off. Now Perkins-Jackson thinks out the three. Spin moves inside. Turnaround jump shot is no good. Rebound Whittlesey.
Ooh, got to be careful there.
Now up ahead, they've got somebody. Alyssa Fayville, though, the bounce pass in the corner. The Jordan Rook three is up and nothing but net. Good shot there by Jordan Rook.
So Fayville passes up the bunny, kicks it out to Jordan Rook, the forgotten starter, and Rook drains a three.
12-8 now, 3 minutes and 10 seconds to play in the first quarter.
Forgotten, by the way, at your own peril.
Now the Gauchos working the ball around. Perkins-Jackson, she says, I'll answer your three, but not enough on this one as it short sails out of bounds.
Yeah, that may have been just a little too far away.
So we exactly 3 minutes to play in the first. Conrad, they've opened up now a 4-point lead in a very competitive first quarter here at the Diamond State Classic. And Kaleja to Kaleja, now it'll be Stephanie bringing the ball up for the Red Wolves.
Steph Kaleja, so many weapons in her arsenal.
Now here's Julie off the Rook screen. She'll get it back to Jordan Rook, top of the key. We tick down 2:40 here in the first quarter. Nice crossover there through the legs dribble. Now it's Fayville on the wing.
Here's a girl who sees the entire floor. Alyssa Fayville, long a favorite of everybody who's ever watched her play. How about the reverse?
Whittlesey, though, there to put it back. No good. Rebound up for grabs. Winds up in the hands of Dufresne, who lobs it up, and that's going to be stolen by Jordan Rook. Good hustle there. Yeah,
Rook gets back, and like I said, she doesn't get as much ink as the other starters, but she's very, very important to this Red Wolves team.
So now Fayville on the wing. 12-8 lead for the Red Wolves.
Oh, she looked.
Steph thought about it. Julie now will think about this one. And that ball's going to be stolen. Kimball Gray with the steal. Bounce pass. Up and good, Kaya Smith. Great move in transition for the Gauchos, and now 12-10 with 2 minutes to go.
Great ball movement there, and I think Steph Kaleja fortunate to avoid a foul in that play.
And now Jordan Rook up top.
Little push off. She gets away with that.
Tries the bounce pass. Here's a quick three. Julie Kaleja, no good. Rebound to the Gauchos. It's Hurd.
But you know the light is always green for Julie Kaleja. Steal by Whittlesey. How about that?
Try to get it down to Dufresne. Good defense by Whittlesey. Now here comes Kaleja. She'll stop. Kick it back out. Julie. Over to Rook.
Oh,
Rook, deep three.
No!
Gets it to go off the backboard. Not sure if she called it or not, but she will take it, and that extends the lead. 15-10, the Red Wolves, 1:12 to play here in the first.
Jordan Rook, corner pocket, and bounces off the glass, rolls around the rim, and hey, you know, that's 6 points for Rook.
Here's Dufresne, puts the ball on the floor, and she'll get called for the double dribble. So a turnover for the Gauchos. Ball back to the Red Wolves with a minute to play in the first quarter. They lead 15-10.
These numbers a little difficult to see.
I was going to say that earlier, Mike. I was going to say the numbers on the back, the black numbers with the dark green jerseys, they're a little tough.
They are tough. They'll be shooting down here next half, much easier. Conrad, we know by sight. How about
here, Whittlesey on the block with the right hand. Good defense by Dufresne. Now here comes Kimball Gray in transition for the Gauchos. Tries to get it up ahead. Ball stolen again by Jordan Rook, who tosses a one-hand pass right into Kaleja. Julie Kaleja, the drive off the glass, and good. What a play there by Conrad.
They do things well. Outlet pass from Rook, and Julie goes underneath with the reverse. Cannot be blocked. They start running. That's where they want to be.
Like you said, Mike, great outlet pass from Jordan Rook, and now here they go again. Stephanie Kaleja with the steal, 1-on-2. She stops in the paint, pull-up jumper is good. 18-10, 10 seconds ticking down here in the first quarter. 19-10, excuse me.
Narbonne sagged back, waiting for the layup, and she just pulled it off from 12.
3 seconds, here's Kimball Gray on the drive. Tries to float it up, no foul called.
And how much time left?
And it looks like we got 0.1 seconds.
All you can do is tap it in. You can't set and shoot.
So we'll see what they draw up here. The Gauchos under the basket down 9.
Got to go up for Dufresne, I would think.
And that will do it after one. Conrad, they catch fire late. They find themselves up 9 after the first quarter. Second quarter action live on 302 Sports coming up.
Receive the best mortgage to fit their needs. Brian is often commended on how efficient and effortless he makes the mortgage process for everyone from first-time home buyers to investors to experienced buyers. For the loan that fits you, contact Brian today. Mr. Italian began his career in home finance in 2002 as a mortgage consultant. Since 2002, Brian has helped over 1,000 homebuyers achieve their dreams of owning a home. Brian's knowledge of current market conditions and his detailed evaluation of buyers' finances ensures that each buyer will receive the best mortgage to fit their needs. Brian is often commended on how efficient and effortless he makes the mortgage process for everyone from first-time homebuyers to investors to experienced buyers. For the loan that fits you, contact Brian today. Mr. Italian began his...
And welcome back inside 302 Sports, our last game of the night. But we'll be with you all weekend, Mike. Let's talk a little bit about tomorrow's schedule.
Yeah, we're back at 2:15 for the 4th game tomorrow. We're going to have 5 games tomorrow, Nick. First State Orthopedics Cup, Padua and Wilmington Charter at 2:15, and then Howard and Moon Area High School from Pennsylvania at 4 o'clock. Newcastle Insurance Cup championship game. That's going to be Caesar Rodney in St. Joseph's. And then the winner's bracket of this bracket, the St. Francis Healthcare Cup. So we'll have the 4 teams after this one. So back to this action here. We'll get those games lined up for you a little bit later.
Absolutely. A lot of basketball action to bring you guys here live from the St. E Center all weekend long. And we're picking it right back up with Conrad and Narbonne High School from California, 19-10 as Julie Kaleja lines up that 3. Rebound to Whittlesey, though. Great underneath, and she draws another foul. She's been huge down low so far.
I think it's 2 on Dufresne. Dufresne's a little frustrated. You can see it. You can see the foul call. It is 30. That's going to be Mia Dufresne. 2 shots here for Janala Whittlesey, and if you think she might struggle with the free throws, think again. She does everything well.
And we saw her already complete an
she missed
old-fashioned.
one, but,
there you go. Like we talked about this earlier.
Well, Nick, we've seen her grow as a basketball player. She's only a sophomore.
Yeah. Yep.
She's been playing varsity since 8th grade, and Janelle is just she's grown so much as a young lady and as a basketball player. We know each other off the court as well, and just a great kid. And she made me look bad on the free throw thing. Trust me, she can shoot them.
Well, that's what we do, Mike. That's the jinx that we've grown
Now
to
he's going
know
to tell
and
me
love.
Don't come to any more of my games, you know?
So now Kimball Gray now over to Smith. And working this ball around. Great defense. It's Jordan Rook.
No foul. Coach is not happy, but Rook misses the bunny. And then picks up a frustration foul for Rook. Her second. Only the team's second, though.
And we saw Jordan Rook do a lot of that last year. Great hustle player, great physical player. And she's already made some of those great basketball plays. Might not put up 20 on the score sheet, but always doing other things to help her team win.
Foul on Fayetteville, not on Rook. I thought Jordan got her, but Alyssa was right next to her and got it. Kimball Gray brings it up. 19-10, no scoring yet in this quarter.
Almost a minute in, great backdoor cut there, but a travel, and that's a good call, Mike. We kind of looked at each other there, but not a bad look if you're Narbonne as they struggle here to get something going here offensively recently. They started off the game not too bad. Perkins Jackson with a couple quick baskets. And not much since then. As we see the Red Wolves walk it back up, it'll be Stephanie Kalesia. Now it's Julie. Over to Whittlesley. Good job down low to get positioning. Floats it up. No good, though.
Well, the height's just such an advantage, though.
And she throws it away. She wanted the foul call on this Narbonne team. Not happy early.
They're getting frustrated here by the officiating. And we haven't seen that today, really, from any of the teams. But there's always a game where the officiating seems to be an issue. But, it's early. I think the calls are legit so far.
Alyssa Fayetteville now in the corner. It's Stephanie Kalesia.
Only needs an inch, really, of space.
Yeah. And here she is. Down low to Whittlesley again. Huge height advantage. Off the glass and good. Smooth move down low by Janiyah Whittlesley.
Making her such a big part of the offense this year. And adding such a weapon to a team that's already got tons of them. But you can rely on her for that little short jumper. Hey, they might be unstoppable in Delaware.
Yeah, if she's able to start knocking that down, like you said, Mike, with a lot of consistency, that would be scary to see how far this team could go. And that ball is lost on the dribble into the hands of Jordan Rook. 3-on-3. Rook deep pass out.
I thought it was going up from there.
Me too. Kalesia, though, passes up on it, and now we have a jump ball underneath. Good defense down low by Kimball Gray. And possession will go back to the Narbonne Gauchos.
Yeah, Julie thought about the long three, and then just got tangled up with the defense and lost the handle on it. Got tied up, like you said. 6:07. Just 2 points in this quarter so far.
Ball in the hands of Kimball Gray. Now over to Kaya Smith. And good ball moving here. They're working this ball around the perimeter for the Gauchos.
I think if you're Conrad, you'll take Mia Dufresne playing up top. She can't do much damage with her height from in there. How about that?
That's a speedy turner on the drive, though. Couldn't get the layup to go. Loose ball into the hands of Stephanie Kalesia. She's got Julie up ahead. She'll toss it over to Jordan Rook, and they'll reset up top.
Smart play. Julie wasn't really open.
So 5:33 to go here in the first half. 21-10. They'll loft this one up to Kalesia down low. Good look. The shot no good. Rebound to Dufresne.
Narbonne really bringing everybody out, leaving that lane open. Dangerous against this Conrad team.
And they almost made him pay. Good design, though. Couldn't get it to go. And now here are the Gauchos on the offensive end.
Conrad packing in a little 3-2.
Tries to kick it to the corner, though, and couldn't get it. It'll be a turnover. It goes out of bounds. Ball back to the Red Wolves.
Timeout on the floor. It's going to go to Conrad. Gauchos timeout. This is going to be a 60-second timeout.
So while we have a moment, Mike, we can talk about Dover Federal Credit Union.
Another great sponsor.
Absolutely. They have been serving our community since 1958 and are dedicated to helping members reach their financial goals. They are the largest credit union in the state of Delaware, serving over 47,000 members at its 7 locations. Actively supporting the community in which our members live, work, and worship is vital to our focus of people helping people. Members are our priority. Excellence is our past, present, and future. Dover Federal Credit Union. Local people, local decisions. And Mike, 5 minutes here until we wrap up the first half. We're expected to be a very competitive game. We were interested to see how our defending state champion, the Conrad Red Wolves, would look against an out-of-state team, one like the likes of Narbonne, who come all the way from California. Well, what's your first couple impressions here early?
Well, just what I've seen from Conrad, what I saw them from the Friday against Sussex Central. You're expecting, you're expecting the colleges to just drain it. They got 5 players who can really score the ball, and they're not afraid to use them, which is really important. The teams can't really key on Julie and Steph like they did last year. Narbonne, the shot's not going, a couple turnovers. They just got to settle down, and I think right now the officiating maybe has gotten in their heads a little bit. They got to just play the game.
And you can wonder that sometimes when these teams from out of state come in and they get a couple calls early, they kind of resort to, oh, it's the home officials. So hopefully that's not on their minds as Fayetteville overshoots that 3-ball into the hands of Dufresne.
The only starter who has not scored at all, and almost another turnover. He's got to settle down, take care of the ball. I think Narbonne will be fine. They're down 11, but they showed some flashes early.
Now again, they're going to work this ball around and see what they can come up with. Dufresne up top. And now in the hands of Turner. She's pretty quick. We saw her get in the lane a few possessions ago. And now it's Smith. Dufresne. Pump fake up top. And they're going to try to work the ball around. Almost threw it away.
Destiny Hurd back in the game. Kind of missed her when she got back in. There's the foul.
I know we got a travel call on the hop step. On the jump stop there for Kimball Gray. It'll be a turnover ball back to the Red Wolves.
Speaking of fouls, Conrad, how clean is this game? 2 fouls? And they're playing very well.
Absolutely. They're playing very well to start off this first half. 4:14 to play, though. Fayetteville on the drive.
Oh, she took a step there.
And she did.
They got her.
Ridge Moser graduated with me out of St. Morris class in 2013. He's there for the call. Great referee. Got to.
I think his dad did the game earlier today.
Yep. Runs in the family.
Stripes are their favorite color.
And now 4:09 to play, 21-10. Ball in the hands of Kaya Smith.
Nick, you're not out there calling the games. Nice play by Rook.
So 4:02, 21-10, still the score. Oh, man.
I'm still surprised that they have Dufresne so far from the basket.
Almost a nice heads-up play there by Jordan Rook, but Conrad going to get the steal anyway. Kalasia, pull-up jumper, contested, and still knocks it down.
Yeah.
How about that from Stephanie Kalasia?
She's unbelievable.
And now crossover drive.
Foul on Julie here. Little bump is called.
So 23-10 here early, Mike. Conrad, like you said, it's not just been the Kalasias. They look really good all aspects of the game here so far.
Yeah, I like what I've seen from them defensively. They just get to so many balls. They close lanes fast. They don't let. They're not letting Perkins Jackson. They made an adjustment to keep her out of the lane. They're not letting anybody get inside, really. They're going to make Narbonne shoot from the outside like this.
Turner step back 3, no good.
That's going to be Conrad ball as Stephanie gets it off of Perkins Jackson, I believe.
And they've been good so far. Absolutely. The Gauchos, they've struggled offensively. Maybe they'll find some of their rhythm here shortly.
Collision in quarter court there.
No call. Ball in the hands of Jordan Rook. And she quickly gets it back out to Julie Kalasia. 3:23 now to play in the first half.
Hey, look at Rook finding, I think
nice
it's Julie underneath.
There.
Can't get it to go. How about Nye with the offensive board?
And now when the good offensive rebound can't get her putback to go now, and here come the Gauchos in transition. Here's Smith on the drive. No good, too strong rebound, Whittlesley. She lost it, though.
I like driving the middle. I think that was really smart.
And we'll have a foul on the floor. It'll remain with the Gauchos. 3:04 to play in the first half.
So we'll see who the foul is on here. Whittlesey, her first.
So they'll inbound. Turner tries to get it to Perkins Jackson.
Listen, Fayetteville, as usual, in the right spot.
We talked about her a lot last year, a huge component of that championship team. And
absolutely. Made the winning shot.
That's right. And 5 starters all returning as they get the ball now to Whittlesley. The right-hand hook shot in the lane, no good.
I love the play. Janila is really frustrated there. But how about Rook playing the defense? Yeah, how about Alyssa Fayetteville? But they're going to get the foul on.
And what a play there, Mike. Jordan Rookman doing it all over the defensive end of the floor here. And again, another great save defensively, and then a great pass to get it to Fayetteville, who then draws the foul.
Yeah, Alyssa was losing her balance there, but was able to, she got bumped and was helped to the floor. It's going to be an inbound under the basket for, we're going to mop up some moisture here on the floor. These Diamond State Volunteers, they do everything.
Absolutely. We're seeing them running every which way here, and we're very thankful for everything that they do to keep this tournament running. And that'll be Kalasia to inbound underneath. She'll loft it up top to her sister Julie, who's double teamed. And then they call a foul.
That's going to be a 1-on-1. Julie tries to split the defense. Fouls on Janiyah Perkins Jackson, number 1 on her. 17 fouls will be 1-on-1 for Julie Kalasia. She's pretty deadly from the line. And I already jinxed Whittlesey, so let's see what I did to Julie. She never talked to me again.
I don't know. It'll be hard to jinx her. We'll see. And nothing but net. Extending that lead, 24-10, 2:36 to play in the first half, live from the St. East Center at the Diamond State Classic. Nick Alessandrini, Mike Lang, Jason Winchell, Leonard Evans. Pops here for this one.
For 1 for 2. Oh, Rook avoids a foul on that.
And now here come the Gauchos. Turner up quickly.
Yeah, they need to get some buckets here. Whittlesey stiff as a board in there, and no foul.
Kimball Gray couldn't get it to go, and the putback also would not go for Nizoku. And now Fayetteville going to have that ball poked out. Was able to gather it, though.
She's in a little bit of trouble there, and John calls a timeout.
And he wants the 30-second to talk about this one and keep that possession. 2:15 to play, 24-10. 14-point lead for Conrad. But looking at Narbonne, they've just struggled offensively here. And I don't know
get any rhythm at all.
I don't know if you can expect that to continue throughout the game, but Conrad, they're playing some good defense. So we'll see how it continues to play out. But like you said, they struggled a little bit offensively. 10 points here with 2 minutes to go in the first half for Narbonne. But they've got some talent. They've been able to get to the basket. Perkins Jackson, she averages 10.5 points per game. Kimball Gray right behind her at 10. And Dufresne, she's at 7 for the season. So, and they've all kind of struggled so far in the first half. So if their numbers say what they say, they should pick it up a little bit here in the second half.
The shot's just not falling. It's some good defense here by the Red Wolves as well. The Gauchos need to find some offense here. Only 2 minutes to go to halftime, Nick. They have not scored in the second quarter.
Well, yep, and that's, you can attest that to the good defense from the Red Wolves, but also a little bit, and they're going to get it right into Whittlesey. And in for an easy 2, baby hook in the paint. And that's a good draw up out of the timeout by Coach Kalasia.
How about Janiyah Whittlesey with a nice soft touch?
26-10, Conrad, they came out ready to play. They knew that they were going to be taking on some out-of-state talent here in this one.
7 points for Whittlesey so far. Second on the team to Stephanie Kalasia.
That mid-range jump shot can't get it to go. That was Kia Smith. And now Alyssa Fayetteville controlling possession here for the Red Wolves. Jada Turner will be on her. She's giving her that good defense. Whittlesey with the screen.
2 fouls on Turner. How about that pass to Stephanie with the left-handed hook? Won't go.
Good defense by Hurd, and now she's just going to put it down and go for 2 down the other end, and there you go. Breaking that drought for the Gauchos, 26-12, a minute and a half to play.
A long time since they scored. And that's a nice block by the Gauchos.
It'll stay down this end.
On that one.
Like you said, Hurd with the block. It'll stay down this end. Still a 14-point lead for the Red Wolves, Mike.
Yeah, Rook's going to send it out to Steph. And she'll just stop and pop here. There she goes for the layup. Not enough on it.
She gets her own rebound, though, and now we'll have she'll get her for a travel, so no tie-up. She walked with it, ball back to the Gauchos, and we'll see if they can ride some of that momentum they gained on that last possession.
Yeah, you like maybe if you're the Gauchos, you like to cut this to maybe 8 points by halftime. But Conrad is really just done a number on him this half.
We're ticking down to a minute to play, and now an offensive foul, illegal screen. It looks like it was Hurd.
Let's see what number goes up on the board. You're correct, sir. Destiny Hurd will not shoot because it's an offensive. But Hurd's.
And now Dufresne will check back in. And I believe Hurd will still take a seat. And now we'll inbound on the side here, 1:04 to play. Conrad controlling possession.
Stephanie Kalasia looking. 3, 4. He turns it over on the inbounds pass. There's a chance for Narbonne.
Turner with the steal. She gets it over to Smith, kicks it back out to Dufresne, and there's Jordan Rook again on the defensive end. No call there by the refs, though. And now here comes Kalesia.
We'll see if they take any shots here.
47 seconds. They'll get the ball to Fayetteville, and now over to Julie. Julie Kalesia. That ball tipped behind Jordan Rook, but she's able to gather it back together now as we hit down to 35 seconds. She's got some room. Stephanie Kalesia will fire in and out. Rebound Whittlesley. That ball, though, almost stolen. She regathers it, can't get it to go. It's tipped out of bounds by Njoku.
It's probably not a held ball there. Whittlesley doing a great job picking up that offensive rebound, trying to get the shot off.
So Conrad again to inbound, 22 seconds to play. Julie Kalesia as we tick down under 20, 26-12, 14-point lead for the Red Wolves as we close out here the first half. They get it down low. Stephanie Kalesia with 10 seconds on the clock. She'll drive baseline, spin move back inside, kick to Whittlesley at the foul line, 7 seconds to play. Whittlesley draws the contact and lays it in, but she walked. I was going to say another great move down low on the block by Whittlesley, but it'll turn the ball over now. Ball to the Gauchos with 5.3 to play.
That's plenty of time to get down court. Conrad's going to the presser. Nick tried to make. Oh no, she ran the line, and that's a turnover. Cannot run the line on that. That was a travel that caused that turnover. So here's Conrad with 5 seconds now. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, very unfortunate because they can score from here. Especially with 5 seconds, they kick it out. Jordan Rook, nice catch underneath. She'll lose the ball, regather it.
Yeah, but
kick it out to Julie.
1 second left.
They didn't know it. Julie can't get the shot off, like you said, Mike, unaware of the clock, and that will do it here from the first half. Conrad taking you on Narbonne, and they lead 26-12 at the half, Mike, and it was a very competitive first half.
And Narbonne came out just blazing. Janiyah Perkins-Jackson with 2 early buckets, but their offense just kind of fizzled in late in the first half through the entire second quarter rather. And Conrad just kept it going. Their offense not doing much in that second quarter either, but hey, they're up 14 at halftime. Good for them, and they're in a good position.
And we're going to take a quick break. We'll recap the first half and talk about the second half in just a few moments. We'll take a break here on 302 Sports. And welcome back inside 302 Sports. Nick Alessandrini, Mike Lang, Jason Winchell, Pops, Leonard Evans on hand at Diamond State Classic, live from Wilmington, Delaware at the St. East Center. And Mike, we get to see in-state Conrad, who comes in the defending state champions, #1 in our Delaware rankings, to take on the Narbonne High School Gauchos, who make the trip all the way from the West Coast in California. And Conrad, they looked good in that first half.
They did, but if you want to be honest, second quarter, they cooled off a lot. They did a great job getting rebounds and shutting out Narbonne defensively. The offense, not quite what we expect from Conrad. I'm sure Coach Kaleja wasn't happy with the 7-point effort. They got a lot of shots. Unfortunately for them, they weren't falling. Did a little bit to keep Narbonne in the game. They're still down 14, so they got some work to do here in half number 2. And Nick, just looking at the schedule for tomorrow, this is game number 4 on our bracket here. So the winner of game 4 plays the winner of game 2, which was Redondo Union. So the winner gets Redondo Union. And whoever doesn't win this game will play Monsignor Scanlon. So.
And those will be 2 great games either way, whether it be consolation or winner's bracket. All teams in the St. Francis Healthcare Cup, very talented. And we got to see that on display in both games. This one and the last one was a buzzer beater for Redondo Union. So we'll see if they can get that momentum and ride that in to the winner of this game.
Yeah, what a heck of a play for Callie Stokes, and she was stoked.
Yeah, she was. That was great. And now second half action, just a few moments away between Narbonne High School in California and Conrad School of the Science here in Wilmington, Delaware.
Here we go. Stephanie Kaleja to Julie to bring it in, and Nick Alessandrini with the play-by-play.
Conrad, they're in the red and white. They're going left to right as you see it. The Gauchos in the gold and green, they're going right to left. And now we see ball in the hands of Julie Kaleja. She'll drive some contact and a little carry there. So turnover here for the Red Wolves to open up the second half.
Just lost the handle a little bit and turned it over, and called by your classmate there. Does he show up for class reunions dressed in the stripes?
You know, we haven't had a class reunion. I'm wondering what's going on. We're supposed to have our 5-year anniversary this year. No word from that alumni association. Here's
How about
the drive.
that? Perkins Jackson, nice drive, can't get it to go. Ooh.
Dufresne almost came out with the offensive rebound, though.
She ran into the wall.
Ran into the wall. And now there's a little pump fake out of Steph Kaleja. Kick over now. Jordan Rook on the wing. And she'll hand it off to Alyssa Fayville.
No need for Conrad to rush. They're up 14, so they're used to running and gunning a little bit, but they don't have to here.
And there, Julie back to Steph. Thought about it. Now she'll pick up her dribble over to Fayville. They get it down low. Good defense by Dufresne, but there's Kaleja who gets the tip. Drive off the glass down low.
Unfortunately, that little hop step's not going to count.
So back-to-back turnovers here for the Red Wolves to open up the second half.
Here she is. Here's one of our favorite players right here. Fatty Mayo with us.
Just saw her hit a half-court shot. You see her, she's holding that shirt. She just knocked down one of those half-court shots.
She's a winner. She's a winner in more ways than one. We'll be seeing her later in this tournament.
And then great steal. There she is, Mike. Alyssa Fayville doing it now. The left-handed layup is good. The Pest back in action in 2019.
Yeah, but she's a nice Pest.
Not like those kinds you get just defensively.
Not the kinds you get in your kitchen. She's a nice Pest. How about Whittlesey tapping it to Rook there?
And with Conrad, like you said, slowed down a little bit offensively in the second quarter, but that defense has been there all game long. And a great rebound there by Rook and Whittlesey. And now Conrad controlling once again.
Your coach, Kaleja, you got to be happy with the defense your team's playing. You're used to seeing the offense, but they're getting some great D, too. Whittlesey with the turnaround won't go.
Still a nice move, though, by Whittlesey. Shot, though, unable to go. 6:11 now remaining in the third quarter. 17-point lead for Conrad over Narbonne High School. The Gauchos from California making the trip to Delaware as this three is in and out. Smith can't get it to go, and now here's Stephanie Kaleja. She'll hand it off to Julie Kaleja. Pump fake on the three. She gets to the paint. Lofts it down low to Rook. And a foul counted. That's some pretty basketball by the Red Wolves.
How about that vision from Julie Kaleja, able to find Jordan Rook all by her lonesome. Rook gets run over from behind, and it's going to be an and one possibility here. And we'll see if the foul is on.
I believe Perkins Jackson.
It's Perkins Jackson. And that's her second. Team's first.
A nice, pretty basketball. Great team basketball. Great vision here from the Red Wolves. As they get that one to go, Jordan Rook and the foul, so a chance to complete the old-fashioned three-point play.
Rook quietly playing a big role in this game.
Absolutely. You said that, and that one, though, no good. But doing it defensively, hustling around, and doing it on the offensive end. Lead now stretched to 18, 30-12, 5:42 to play in the third quarter. The Gauchos still struggling offensively.
See, they clear the whole right side of the court. They're trying to get
and here's Dufresne.
Turner free, but you can't. So they're going to give it to Turner, and that shot off the mark.
Yeah, tough shot by Dufresne there. Good defense by Whittlesley. And again, just this Conrad defense has been pretty tough here so far in this one. And the Gauchos almost got a steal there. Good defense, yeah, by Kimball Gray, but they'll call her for the foul.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
Yep.
Could have gone either way. They're just not shooting well at all for Narbonne when they're getting shots.
So Stephanie gets it into Julie Kaleja. Now Jordan Rook on the wing. Tries to loft it. Good pass down low to Fayetteville. And they work it around, and now to Kaleja. 3 and got it. Great passing leads to great shots, and there's Stephanie Kaleja with another triple.
How about Alyssa Fayetteville finding her just like a tap pass out of the lane, because Alyssa's not going to shoot from under there.
And that was even a great hockey assist for Jordan Rook as that shot no good, ran down by Kaleja. Now she hands off to Jordan Rook, who gets fouled.
That's actually probably not a bad foul, as they had Stephanie running end to end. We'll see who this one's on. Number 2. That's 3 on Kia Smith. It's going to be inbounds on the side here for the Red Wolves. And they're not shooting exceptionally well, but they're doing everything well enough. You see the handoff there to Fayetteville. Look at this.
Almost with the scoop, no good though. 4:43 to play, 33-12, 21-point lead for the Red Wolves here as we get past the halfway mark almost in the third quarter. And we'll see what the Gauchos can do. They need to try to get something going offensively, get some rhythm somehow as they find themselves down 21 here.
Yeah, they're going to need to score and fast. And
nice shot there.
There's one.
She heard us calling. Kia Smith with a step-back jumper is good. Nice move there. And 33-14 will take a timeout. 33-14, 4:19 to play. We'll stick right here. Third quarter action, Mike and Conrad. Again, just still doing it defensively. Like you said, the offense has been a little bit better here recently for them. But again, they're just stuffing the Gauchos on the offensive end.
Yeah, and you got to be happy. Defense wins games. We got the defensive guru behind us, John Noonan from Ursuline, and he's got to be liking what he's seeing here. And Nick, while we're here, we should mention back on Wednesday at Buffalo Wild Wings, right up the street in Stanton, down the street in Stanton. And we're hoping to have a couple special guests. We're working on that tonight as we speak. We were working on that earlier. And then keep your eyes on our social media and our schedule on Facebook and the website. We'll let you know where we'll be back in action calling the regular season. But right now, it's Diamond State. So that's Wednesday at 8 at Buffalo Wild Wings in Stanton. Come on down and be entered to win a Buffalo Wild Wings gift card. Get some 302 swag.
Yeah, we throw it out there. It's all free.
Giveaway cards for Wild Wings from High Five Hospitality.
It is. It's a great time. Come out and support and get some great food while you're there. And catch up on all the latest in Delaware high school sports as Conrad quickly gets it up. No hesitation. Julie Kaleja 3, though. Might have rushed that one a little bit. But obviously it happens. That's a shot she's going to take and a shot she'll make also. That one no good, so the Gauchos get the ball back. And again, nice step-back jumper. Last possession by Smith. We'll see if they can kind of build off that here.
Yeah, they said they need to put some points on the board. How about an opening? She finds, she's clobbered. And down she goes. Hope she's okay. Don't know who got the foul, but it was a hard one. That's number 3, Delilah Kimball Gray. She looks to be okay, which is good news.
So she'll, though, had a chance to go to the free throw line, so a chance to score on back-to-back possessions here for the Gauchos.
Stephanie Kaleja with that foul. Well, she got her fouls worth on that one. It's going to be 2 shots for Kimball Gray. And we know Steph, she's not trying to hurt anybody there. It was a big collision. And
so the Gauchos getting a quick word from the coach.
Yeah, I think the referees are, hey, this is not a timeout. We're going to charge you a timeout if you want to do that.
So Kimball Gray steps to the free throw line. She was fouled on the drive, and her first free throw short off the front rim.
And they have no height down there to rebound. So they are hoping for a made free throw. Their height is is playing defense already. And that one's good.
1 of 2 from the free throw line for Kimball Gray. 33-15. And we'll see what they do. Nice steal, though. Dufresne poked it out from behind. Off the glass, no good. Contested defense there by Kalasia. Now here come the Red Wolves on the other end.
Coach Taylor wants a foul. Unfortunately, they're going to get one on the other end, and she's not happy. Rook's going to get free throws out of it, though.
Yes, she will. And another foul here on the other end. And, yeah, Narbonne not too happy with the way this one has been called so far.
And she's asking why not, what happened at this end?
3:44 to play here in the third quarter, and still a 19-point lead for the Red Wolves. That free throw no good for Jordan Rook.
Yeah, Conrad's free throw shooting is going cold here.
And we were talking before the game here, a couple of us, and one thing we looked at with the Gauchos was some of that height. Besides Dufresne, they lacked that height down low. Here's Turner, nice bounce pass. Couldn't gather it. Here's a three from Smith off the front rim. Rebound up for grabs. Winds up in the hands of Kalasia. It's Julie.
It's like pinball out there.
Yeah. And now we have a foul in the backcourt.
I think that's Kia Smith's fourth foul.
Turner and Smith are in on the defense. We'll see who they call it on. It'll be against Smith.
Yeah, Julie was just bouncing off everybody out there.
Getting physical out there.
Possession foul. Number 5 on Narbonne in this quarter.
So 3:30 to play in the third. Conrad still find themselves up by 19. Narbonne looking to get something going here, looking for a stop. It's Jordan Rook up top for the Red Wolves, so get it over to Julie Kalasia on the wing. She'll pump fake, drive inside.
They've cleared the lane. Nice defense there, though, by the Gauchos.
Dufresne with the come-over defense. Nice help defense there as the bounce pass, though, stolen by Kalasia. Narbonne now just getting down one end with that turnover, and they're struggling to make it back up the other side of the floor. No foul there. Whittlesey, though, on the follow.
Nice follow-up by Janila Whittlesey. And timeout.
So timeout on the floor from the Gauchos. 35-15. Conrad, they lead by 20. Under 3 minutes now to play in the third quarter. And kind of has been a similar storyline as to the first half here in the third quarter.
Struggling on offense. This one field goal in this quarter for Narbonne. You know, I don't know if it's maybe the times difference has caught up to them a little bit. They are playing later, which is good for them. But they have not been able to get anything going outside a couple shots in the first quarter. It's not been there for them. And they've got a big hill to climb here, down 20 with 2:55 to go in the third quarter. See what Conrad's was trying to clearing that lane out and letting Julie and Stephanie drive. They have not been able to make shots. Janila Whittlesey, however, right in the right position to get that follow, and it makes it 35-15. So good positioning by Whittlesey on that play.
Like you said, Mike, under 3 minutes here in the third quarter. Conrad still up by 20. Gauchos, though, they got the ball, and we'll see if they can get something going here sooner rather than later. As it's
they need a little run here.
Kimball Gray now to Dufresne up top. Turner now on the wing. Off the screen, this is going to be 3 ball. It's short front rim. Rebound, though, will make its way back to Narbonne. Now here's the mid-range jump shot off the glass. No good. It looks like it'll sail out of bounds and remain with the Gauchos.
Coach Taylor makes the play over there. I'm sorry, Coach Sanders, Victoria Sanders.
And now we have a sub for the Red Wolves. It'll be Aaron Rannigan.
First substitution of the game for Conrad. And Whittlesey's going to get a breather. She deserves a breather.
Mike. Like you said, 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the third, and here comes Julie Kalasia doing it on the defensive end. She'll hand off to Steph.
Smart idea to step back and pull away.
But now Julie on her 3, almost went, still contested.
That's
and then a
rebound. Conrad foul, I believe.
Good call there, as it will be. It'll go against Julie Kalasia. So 2:17 now here to go in the third quarter. 20-point lead for Conrad over the visiting Narbonne Gauchos. Here's a drive off the glass. Nice move there.
Who was that? 23? I'm not sure who made that bucket.
Sydney Patterson with a nice drive in the paint, gets it to go.
It was Patterson.
Conrad working the ball around. Rannigan over to Kaleja. Stephanie Kaleja, her three. Oh, just in and out. Couldn't quite get that shooter's roll, and now here come the Gauchos. It's Turner in transition. Sees Speedy.
Nice
off
move.
The glass and good.
How about Jada Turner just blows by everybody?
35-19. The Gauchos starting to get a little bit of some offensive momentum here. And here you see with a little bit of some full court pressure. Fayetteville up top. That's a deep three almost. Julie Kaleja pump fakes in the lane and almost got it to go. Does draw the foul though, so she'll head to the free throw line.
Conrad pulling all their players out of the lane, leaving it wide open for Julie Kaleja there.
And again, I was kind of surprised personally to see them pass up on those threes, but like you said, Mike, great move. Pump fake, no one in the lane, and just able to get there and draw the foul.
We're so used to seeing them launch three-pointers from 30 feet away. Then when they do a dribble drive, catches us all off balance a little bit.
So the first
Destiny
one is
Hurd is back in. She did make the first one.
So the Gauchos, though, these last few possessions, been able to get some baskets here. Got a couple possessions in a row where they were able to score. We'll see if they can keep that going as this game progresses. Julie Kaleja, that three is good. The free throw is good. So 2 for 2 from the line for Julie Kaleja with 1:20 to play here in the third.
She'd take 3 on that if you give it to her.
I'm so used to saying 3.
Yeah.
Here's a spin move inside. Kimball Gray, the kick out. Hand off to Turner, who wants to go baseline. Lost the ball to be tipped out of bounds by Julie Kaleja and remain with the Gauchos.
So without Whittlesey in there, the Dufresne also on the bench, so the height has shrunk just a little bit. There's still some height out there. Stephanie Kaleja is 6 feet tall, and she's out there with Hurd.
And that ball stolen by the Red Wolves, again doing it on the defensive end. It'll be walked up by Stephanie Kaleja, gets it over to Julie Kaleja on the wing. And now you see some screens going on down the paint. Fayetteville pops up, takes the ball, pass over to Stephanie. And now Rook off the screen. She'll try a three of her own. Too strong off the rim, rebound to the Gauchos. And now it's Turner.
He got that ball out in a hurry, but Turner kind of loses the handle. Look at that.
What a block there
by
Kaleja. Now to her sister Julie on the other end.
That's going to be a charge.
And a charge.
But that block from Steph Kaleja, 302 top play candidate.
I heard that one from over here with the headset on, Mike. What a block. So 36 seconds to go in the third quarter. 37-19. We have a stoppage of play here. One of the Gauchos shaking it up. Hopefully everything's all right. And she's up, and the crowd will give it up for her.
Trainers, but we should mention trainers from ATI donating their services this week. So thanks to ATI Physical Therapy for chipping in this week, along with the officials who also work for free.
And that looks like it was actually Perkins Jackson who's hobbling off, so hopefully everything's okay with her. We wish her the best as she heads to the bench. So 36 seconds to play, 37-19 lead for the Red Wolves of Conrad, the #1 ranked team in our 302 Sports rankings here in Delaware.
Yeah, and Conrad's just expanded their lead here in the third quarter by a few points. They're in pretty good shape heading into quarter number 4 here at the Diamond State in the national bracket, the St. Francis Healthcare Cup.
So we're ticking down 30 seconds here in the third quarter. Narbonne looking again to get something going here. Not much time left, just one quarter of play left in our final matchup on Thursday here at the Diamond State Classic. Jada Turner, pump fake, drives inside, gets in the paint, throws it up with the right hand, too strong. It's tipped, we're not sure who it went off of, so we'll jump it up and it will remain with the Gauchos.
He made that call, it was pretty, with conviction.
Yeah. He was very sure he did not know who that went off of. 16 seconds to go, 37-19, the Gauchos to inbound.
Tries to thread the needle, and that's out of bounds.
And again, that's great defense, though, by Conrad. She was looking and looking, you could tell, and just nothing was there. Had to force the tough pass, and it sails out of play. Ball back to the Red Wolves with 14.5 seconds to play in the third quarter.
Fayetteville fouled. Is that Kimball Gray?
I believe so, yep.
Did she shoot? And
we'll walk down the floor here. to see Alyssa Fayville attempt 2 free throws. 13.5 seconds now to play. There was 14 seconds to play when the Gauchos were inbounding under their basket. They turned it over, and then a very quick foul on the other end puts Alyssa Fayville at the free throw line for the 1-and-1. And the front end is good, so she earns herself a second attempt here and a chance to extend this lead.
Yeah, pretty surprised at the just the margin of the lead here for Conrad.
And 2 for 2 from the line for Alyssa Fayville. And now 10 seconds and ticking here for the Gauchos to get a shot up here in the third quarter. They're down 20. Little hesitation dribble, gets it down low. Hurd puts it up, can't get it to go. With 2 seconds now to play, Rook gonna fire it up there. No, a shot won't get off. That almost went in for Kalasia, but that'll do it after 3. 39-19, 20-point lead for the Conrad Red Wolves over the Narbonne Gauchos. Fourth quarter action moments away here on 302 Sports.
Unique Image opened for business in Wilmington, Delaware in 1979 with one focus: wowing our customers with great products and even greater customer service. 30 years later, we are still doing exactly that. Whether you're looking for marketing tools to promote your business, gifts for your employees or clients, or planning a special event, we're here with the voice of experience to help you every step of the way for your complete satisfaction. Visit our new showroom in the Mill Creek Shopping Center, 4577 Kirkwood Highway. Unique Image, you envision, we create. Unique Image opened for business in Wilmington, Delaware in 1979 with one focus: wowing our customers with great products and even greater customer service. 30 years later, we are still doing exactly that. Whether you're looking for marketing tools to promote your business, gifts for your employees or clients, or planning a special event, we're here with the voice of experience to help you every step of the way for your complete satisfaction. Visit our new...
And welcome back in 302 Sports. Nick Alessandrini alongside Mike Lang, Jason Winchell Pops, Leonard Evans. He's on the camera tonight. And our last game of the night, Mike, features of the St. Francis Healthcare Cup. It features Conrad School of the Science and the Red Wolves against the visiting Narbonne Gauchos from California. And was thought to be a very competitive game coming in. And as we enter the fourth quarter, the Red Wolves, they're up by 20.
Just surprised at the margin of lead. I'm not really surprised Conrad's ahead. They're a good team, but just they've made it look. They have not played their best, and they made it look pretty easy tonight. Narbonne just kicked. They can't get on track.
Yeah, it's a tough night for the Gauchos here as we begin the fourth quarter. 39-19. Julie Kalasia up top for the Red Wolves. She drives, tries to split the defenders. It'll be out of bounds. Cannot be saved by Rannigan, and ball back to the Gauchos.
But she did a good job of not hitting her sign.
Yeah, absolutely, keeping that sign intact.
I don't want to have to go. Looks like Perkins Jackson's back, and that's good news. I don't have to go track Rannigan down after the game. That sign is taking some abuse this athletic season so far. Mostly in soccer. And some volleyball, but mostly soccer.
So the Gauchos working this ball around. Perkins Jackson's the Hodson transfer over to Dufresne. Now Kimball Gray over to Perkins Jackson. She'll take the left hand, float her up with the right hand, just off the back end of the rim, and just misses. And now it's Fayville. Tries to go up with the contact, and they're going to call a foul there.
Yeah, I think she earned that one. I think it's Turner.
So 7:04 still to go in this game. 39-19 lead for the Red Wolves, and now a chance at the free throw line for Alyssa Fayville, who was there not too long ago as we entered the third quarter as well. So a chance to add on to her totals. Can't do so there, but another one on the way. Again, just want to say special thanks to everyone joining us here on 302 Sports. We're happy to bring you the Diamond State Classic this year. All weekend long, you can tune in right here as that free throw is good for Fayville, 40-19. And there's Rook on the defensive end again. And a double dribble there. The right call.
I thought he was going to call a foul. I was waiting for the coach to explode over there. And Stephanie Kalasia playing some nice D on Dufresne. They get the ball in.
Handoff, nice pass to the baseline. Splits the defenders, the floater up and good. Nice move there by, I believe, Kia Smith.
Kia Smith.
And now we have a timeout by the Gauchos, 40-21, 19-point lead, 6:51 to play in this one. And the Gauchos, they want to talk about it. They're ready to fire back here late in this fourth quarter.
They better start firing a lot then. Need some buckets.
6:51 again, 19-point lead, and the Gauchos, they just dug themselves a deep hole early in this one. Struggled very, very badly in the offensive end in the first half.
Couldn't get anything started, really. Perkins Jackson's a couple buckets early, and that's good. Her family was up, had a good atmosphere, and then the offense just disappeared. I mean, it's just, they scored 9 points combined in the second and third quarters and added 2 points here in the fourth. 11 points since the end of the first quarter. I mean, Conrad, 20 points, 21 with the free throw. Not exactly lighting it up, but they don't have to tonight. They played some good defense, and they've taken care of the ball and the fouls. They played a clean game, keeping them off the line. So Conrad's done what they had done. And I'm sure Coach Kolej is going to want to clean some things up before they're back here tomorrow night, also on 302 Sports.
And if this were to finish out the way that it might, Conrad would end up playing a very talented team tomorrow night, Mike, that you had a chance to see today.
Yeah, and just looking at the bracket here. Chris, looks like they would get Redondo Union according to this bracket here. Winner of game 2, which was the game right before us.
Either way would be a great game regardless, as Julie Kalasia lines up that three and nothing but net. There it is. The people have been waiting a little bit to see these Kalasia girls knock some triples down, and there's one. And then Dufresne wide open down the other end for easy 2.
So they answer quickly.
So lead to 20, 6-13. Open Kalasia underneath. The left-hand layup is good. Stephanie Kalasia, they got it to her open down low. She finishes 45-23. No time wasted down the other end.
That block?
Great defense by Stephanie Kalasia. That's her second block that we've seen of the night.
I think we have a foul on Jordan Rook.
So another foul
nice
call.
Block. And she doesn't not just blocks. They're not run-of-the-mill.
Yeah, exactly.
Garden variety blocks here from Stephanie. Rannigan back in.
So lead to 22, under 6 minutes to play. Smith tracks down that loose ball. Nice move with the right hand, almost got it to go.
Thought maybe she could have kicked it out to Turner, but
poked out by Turner there. And then offensive foul with that offhand, Mike, on Stephanie Kalasia.
Can't do that.
You can't do that.
You can't do that.
No chance yet in this one. 5:42 remaining here. Our last game of the night at the St. E Center. We'll be back tomorrow. I believe broadcast begins at 2:15.
Yeah, there'll be no midnight basketball tonight.
No Diamond State After Dark tonight here on Thursday.
It's today Thursday.
But tomorrow night, some later action for you as that ball is stolen by Jordan Rook.
Yeah, I believe there's a game scheduled for 9 something tomorrow night, so we'll be here late again.
And here we go, Julie Kalasia, as we have some player hit the floor down the other end.
I think Julie Kalasia is heading to the foul line. I believe that's Kimball Gray. So I think they're still shooting a 1-on-1.
Yep, you are correct, Mike. 1-and-1 on the way for Julie Kalasia. And that first free throw is no good. And the rebound up, and it's Jada Turner on the other way. We know how fast she is. And who else but on the other end, I was going to say, Stephanie Kalasia coming up with her third block, but the contact that time and the foul, and Turner will head to the free throw line.
Boy, was she moving.
We talked about it earlier. She is a speed demon with the basketball in her hands.
And you got time and place here. You're up 22 points if you're Stephanie. You don't want to take a chance to get a technical or a flagrant on that one. Maybe just let her go in and take the shot. She's a competitor. I know she doesn't want to get scored on there.
And the first free throw good for Turner. And the second free throw is good as well. 2 for 2 from the line for Jada Turner. She comes in averaging 3 points per game, 2 rebounds, and an assist. And we're approaching the 5-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. Around the back dribble for Julie Kaleja. With the left hand off the glass, almost got it to go. Would have been a sweet move.
Jordan Rook, nice follow.
But there you have it. Jordan Rook doing it on the offensive glass, gets the putback to go, 47-25 as we tick down under 5 minutes. And then an offensive foul against Turner as she ran into Rannigan. Ball back to the Red Wolves.
Conrad's done a good job being in the right spot all night. For rebounds, nice second chance points all night long.
The basketball IQ, you can tell with this Conrad team, is very high, and with such young players still, these girls are.
Randy did a good job selling that, and there's a walk.
And Jordan Rook will politely hand the ball to the referee. 4:49 to play.
Timeout for Conrad. It's going to be a full.
And now a full timeout at the hands of the Conrad Red Wolves. We'll stay right here for 4:49 to play. 22-point lead for Conrad over Narbonne. Again, thanks for joining us here at 302 Sports. Nick Allison Jr. alongside Mike Lang, Jason Winchell, Leonard Evans. Pops is around here somewhere.
Checking. Maybe he's in the dark room over there.
He's taking a nap.
He might be.
So you guys have been here all day for their first day here at the Diamond State Classic. How's it feel to be back in this atmosphere?
Tiring, but it's a lot of fun, and we should thank John Gretchen and Kelly Callahan for inviting us back, and they make us feel really wanted here, the whole 302 Sports crew, and they treat us right, and they fed us all day, and we can't ask to be treated any better than we are. They even announced us at the opening ceremonies, which we weren't really expecting, but Kelly doesn't forget much. She got us in there.
Absolutely, very grateful to everyone.
And John, of course, was on the show not yesterday, last Wednesday. John
and we had him
Gretchen
on at halftime.
Yeah, we had him on tonight at halftime. So we'll have more guests throughout the weekend.
Something to look forward to for you guys out there. Again, broadcast tomorrow starts at 2:15 p.m. with some in-state action.
We're going to try to get Janiyah Perkins Jackson on since she's home, and
that would be cool.
Maybe when she's not playing, we'll get her on for a couple minutes as we have a couple minutes to go here, 4.5.
And we have another foul here as Smith drew the contact in the lane.
Aaron Rannigan picks that one up.
Back to the free throw line she goes. An interesting point you made earlier, Mike, was when Rannigan checked in with about 2 minutes and 40 seconds to play the third quarter, you noted that was the first substitution of the game for the Red Wolves.
So far, the only substitution.
And what do you think about that going forward? Will that have an effect, do you think, at all during this year?
It might, especially a tournament like this where you're playing 3 days in a row, and that one rims out. Especially with the lead like this, I would think maybe Coach Pelez would get Kate Glanz in and Morgan McGovern and a couple of these girls just to get a rest for some of his kids. But, they're young, and they have that endless energy that you had when you were 16.
Don't I remember that? They inbound to Julie Kaleja. She'll hand it back off to Stephanie. And she'll dribble quickly down the court into the hands of Fayetteville, and she'll go around the Jordan Rook screen as we tick down to 4:30 to play. Nice spin move to get inside, but that ball is going to be taken away from her. It looks like it's Hurd, one-on-one. Spin move for her. Right hand and one. Beautiful move by Hurd, and the Gauchos got some momentum.
That's going to be 4 on Stephanie Kaleja.
Probably the prettiest play of the night for the Gauchos on the offensive end. Nice spin move, drew the contact, got it to go, and the foul. That's just Lenny Hurd.
Yeah, Julie Kaleja peeled off. Stephanie was there, went for the block. She's a 100% competitor, and she did get a piece of Destiny Hurd. Nice play by Hurd to put it home, trying for the old-fashioned 3. That would cut the lead to 18.
Nice composure on that spin move inside. Took the contact, though. Free throw, no good. Ball tipped out. Here's Jada Turner. Floater in the lane, no good. Rebound, Kaleja.
Another steal close. It's going to go out of bounds. It's going to go to Narbonne.
So 4:15 to play, 47-28. The Gauchos are cut back into this lead. It's 19 now. But again, not a lot of time remaining if you're the Gauchos. So we'll see what they do here. Need a big-time basket. On the cut, Turner drew the contact. No foul called. Rebound to Kaleja, and she'll try to hold it.
Turner's hobbling a little bit.
Fayetteville back out to Kaleja.
She's trying to guard Julie Kaleja while holding her hip.
Tough to guard without an injury. Almost impossible with an injury.
You got that right. But she's doing a good job there.
And there is Kaleja, takes the contact and one. That's Julie Kaleja. Count it, and now a chance to head to the free throw line. Old-fashioned three-point play attempt on the way.
And she's kind of come out. She's having trouble. Well, she's moving pretty good here, but you can tell she's sore. That foul is on, was that Jada Turner, right? If it's Jada Turner, that's her 5th, I believe. They haven't put up on the board.
And that free throw, though, no good. Rebound, though, she gets her own rebound. Left-hand layup, though, also no good. Hurd picks up this rebound on the Gauchos end.
What I love what Conrad's done all night is expose that open lane. They've driven all night long. They make more shots some nights. Who made that one? That was Destiny Hurd, I believe.
Kia Smith on that drive. But that, again, that right there might have been the second prettiest offensive move we've seen them put up here in this game. They're waited till late in the fourth quarter to get such looks.
They're just pulling that lane, the defenders out of lane, and you see Julie Kaleja driving, Alyssa Fayetteville, Jordan Rook going inside. Even with Whittlesey on the bench, they don't need the height. They just have that speed. They're going zip right into those open lanes. And some of the layups are hitting, some they're not. I'm just surprised that Narbonne has not had more people back, like Mia Dufresne or other players back in the lane, in the paint, trying to clog it up a little bit. And the score is now 171-30. There we go. I'm just kidding. It just had that board back.
And height may be a factor for this Narbonne team. Beforehand, we talked about it. Besides Dufresne, she's 6'3". Out of that rotation that you're looking at, Hurd's 5'10", but not a lot of height in that rotation besides that. And then Conrad, most of those, the Kalejas, Whittlesey, Jordan Rook, they're relatively big. And that's helping them do it on the glass and defensively here tonight.
Kia Smith with 9 points to lead the Gauchos.
She's averaging 7.5 on the year, so above her average in this one.
We have a timeout at the table as the officials trying to figure some things out. We got a little dancing going on over there.
But I don't know, maybe they can't turn the music off. We got Drake's going on right now on the speakers.
So that's what the Alessandrini household sounds like, huh?
Hopefully no copyright issues here.
I can't barely hear it. So if you're in the Wilmington area, come on out to St. Elizabeth's. Don't listen to us. You can listen to us later. Come on out and support the tournament live. Buy the day pass. Come on in and buy the weekend pass. See a lot of great basketball.
And here we go.
Support some great charities.
You said it. It's all about the charities here. Mike the P Plus Foundation and a lot of others here at the Diamond State Classic. 3:30 to play. 19-point lead for the Red Wolves. It'll be in the hands of Julie Kaleja. Again, with Conrad leaving them out on the floor here. 3.5 to play. Fayetteville pump fake drives in the lane, left hand off the glass and good.
Right there, Nick, just what I've been saying. Leaving that lane open like that, Alyssa Fayetteville got in there and scored an easy 2.
Hurd on the bounce pass. Thought about the 3. Her floater no good. Rebound in the hands of Jordan Rook, who tips it over to Julie Kaleja, and they'll try to press her in the backcourt.
Doing a pretty good job of it. Rook bails her out. Gets across the timeline.
And now Alyssa Fayetteville as we tick under 3 minutes to go here in this one from the Diamond State Classic, the St. Francis Healthcare Cup. Conrad and Narbonne. And we believe the winner will either take on Redondo Union. As that floater no good on the baseline.
I think there's a foul on Jordan Rook, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, good call there, Mike. 2:33 to go.
So it'd be a 1-on-1. I'm not sure who's shooting. It looks like maybe Kimball Gray. So if you're watching us from Harbor City, California, thanks for tuning in tonight. Glad you could come along. Unfortunately, sorry this didn't really go your way tonight. But please, don't abandon us. Come back tomorrow and watch again.
Yep, and there'll be a good chance to regroup against another great out-of-state team, most likely, where they'll probably meet up with Scanlon, I believe.
I think they're going to be playing.
And a very good team there as well, so that'll be a great battle.
I don't think it's going to be streamed, though.
Oh, it's a morning game?
It is, but I believe we have all the games on Saturday, the final day for this bracket. Patterson with the foul. Does ever get tangled up in there? It's going to be Conrad ball, 2.5 on the clock. I think Conrad just taking advantage of what Narbonne has given them, and that openings underneath. Now they're just going to wear some time off the clock. Lane's wide open, but they got the court spread pretty good here.
Tick down under 2:30 here in a relatively long fourth quarter.
Yeah.
As Alyssa Fayville deals with Kimball Gray.
That's a 5-second call. Timeout for Conrad.
And another timeout on the floor.
I'm not sure that was necessary.
51-30, 2:14 to play here in this one.
I got a bone to pick with John Kaleja.
Not to mention 15 off the clock that they did not run to begin the quarter. Or, excuse me, to begin the timeout. 2:14 to play now, 21-point lead for Conrad. That's kind of what it's been at.
I thought that was a really long
so
18 seconds. It's because it was 33 seconds, that's why.
But again, you'll catch us here live all weekend long at the Diamond State Classic.
With much more witty repartee coming, I'm sure.
Yeah, oh yeah. You'll catch us at halftime shooting up those half-court shots. Come out, pay $1 for a great cause. You get a chance to take home a T-shirt, attempt some half-court shots here at the St. E's Center. And both teams, again, set to take the floor as we wind down the final 2 minutes and 14 seconds of our last game of the night, Mike, and what has been a eventful and long day here from the St. E's Center.
Yeah, we saw a game-winning shot. In the game, of course, you got to do it. We saw some buzzer beaters at the quarters and halves of some of these games, and got to see some great talent. And that's going to be a foul on, is that Patterson? Nope, that is not Patterson. It was Sydney Patterson.
And the refs, they're staying consistent with these calls throughout the game. You got to give it up to them for that. That's all we can ask for is consistency. And a special thanks again to all the referees here at the Diamond State Classic. We say it every year. Wouldn't be possible without them.
Their tournament, and they're working for free.
Yep, exactly, and that's the big thing. All doing it for a great cause. Again, a special thank you to the referees here at the St. E's Center tonight and throughout the weekend. As that Kaleja free throw, no good as it gets really quiet here at the St. E's Center. Spin move inside, Kimball Gray, the right hand off the glass, no good. Rebound to Kaleja. She throws it away to DeFreen, and that ball is tipped out of bounds. But it will remain with the Gauchos. We are under 2 minutes to play.
$13 points for Stephanie Kaleja tonight. We'll try to get you some numbers on the other starters here.
The Hurd three is nothing but net. She's caught a little bit of fire here for the Gauchos late in this one. She adds on to her score.
Yeah, they made this a little more respectable. Putting some points on the board here in fourth quarter.
And Mike, it looks as though Conrad will be able to take home this victory here today, but we've got to see great games all day today. What kind of stuck out to you after day one here at the Diamond State Classic?
I was really impressed with the talent I saw from Ossining, New York. I was so impressed with Kayla Harris and Jada Strapoli. To me, they've been the two best players or most fun players to watch. But some great passing, and it's a lot of fun so far today. But basketball-wise, I really liked what I saw from Ossining, New York.
And if you haven't had a chance to see them play, we'll be streaming more of these games, so stay tuned. Not tonight, however. We're going to wrap up this one relatively soon, but we'll be back at it again tomorrow, 2:15 p.m.
If you want more Diamond State action, any game we stream today is available on YouTube.
That's true. You can rewatch it, relive all the hype. As you saw today, a great game between Redondo Union and Monsignor Scanling that saw a buzzer beater by Callie Stokes as time expired to send her team to the next round.
She was cool as could be out there from 15.
Absolutely. She said they love to make the trip. They love to travel together. They're a very close team, and they loved coming all the way here to Wilmington, Delaware.
Well, I'm glad we could be such accommodating hosts for them. Nice play underneath.
Absolutely. Offensive rebound and gets it to go. I believe it's Perkins Jackson, and it is.
It was, I believe it was just confirmed.
Now we tick down under a minute here. 19-point lead for the Red Wolves. Fayetteville takes it to the corner. Rannigan going to throw it cross court to Rook as we hit the 40-second mark here at the Diamond State Classic in our final matchup of the night. Again, thanks to everyone who have tuned in all day today, and we'll be here all weekend. And something just happened.
Conrad, and it's a 60-second timeout.
A full timeout for Coach Kaleja.
He doesn't want to take the turnover.
They got to talk it
over. 30
over.
seconds to go.
They got to talk it over. And we'll stay right here once again. You're getting to hear a lot of us here tonight on 302 Sports. A lot of
we should thank
Nick Alessandrini and Mike Lang.
We should thank Brian Colasanti for
absolutely. I wasn't able to see him. I wish I would have got a chance to say hello again. Yeah, like you said, Mike.
Ryan, we threw him right into the fire, made him the color commentator, and he did a better job than I did picking apart the game, even if he was wearing Celtic stuff.
Oh, God. Ryan, if you're listening, I'll let you wear the Saints gear, but you got to put away the Celtic stuff.
So, Julie Kaleja, how much do you think he has? 13. Stephanie Kaleja, 13.
Wow. And, again, quiet. I mean, you couldn't really – were they the leading scorers for Conrad?
Yeah, Whittlesey, 9. Fayetteville, 9. Rook.
They're all right around there.
10. So how balanced is that?
Very balanced. I mean, they all look. They made the right play when the situation presented itself. And like I said, high IQ for this team, though, Mike.
How balanced is that scoring? 3 players in double figures and 2 with 9. So
30 seconds. We're unable to have a post-game interview here tonight as we wrap up. But Mike, if you had to pick a player of the game for this one, who are you going to go with?
I think I'm going to go with Stephanie Kaleja. 13 points. She just did so much with the defensive end. And,
great point.
And rebounds and passing. And Julie's hard to pass up, but
9 seconds.
She's
going to dribble it out. And again, Stephanie doing it on the defensive end. A couple big-time blocks, 3 of which you could hear from outside the St. E Center. And that will do it. 54-35 final. Conrad, they take down Narbonne from California by a score of 54-35. That'll do it for us here at 302 Sports. Nick Alessandrini, Mike Lang, Pops, Jason Winchell, Leonard Evans. We're back tomorrow with Diamond State Classic Round 2 starting at 2:15. We'll see you then. Have a good one.